The sun has just disappeared from the sky. Not dimmed, not eclipsed, simply gone. For 60 seconds, the solar system is alone. No fireball, no warning, no sound at all. Just a clock, quietly counting down from 60. What happens in that minute is stranger than you think. Light is already racing toward Earth unaware. Gravity is still holding us in our orbit. For 8 long minutes, nothing on Earth changes. But out there, a silent countdown has begun. Picture the sun at this exact instant. It is suddenly completely absent. The space it occupied is empty. Light still streams from where it was. This is not science fiction physics. It is what Einstein's equations predict. Nothing travels faster than light. Even gravity obeys the strict speed limit. The universe updates one moment at a time. Information has a maximum speed. So Earth for now feels nothing. It rolls along its orbit calmly. The countdown is still invisible to us. The change is already on its way. Mercury is closest, just 3 minutes out. It will be first to notice. Then Venus, about 6 minutes from the sun. Earth follows at roughly 8. The wave moves outward, planet by planet. It carries both light and gravity together. They travel at exactly the same speed. The cosmos rearranges in slow motion. Back on Earth, half the world is bathed in daylight. People walk and drive and laugh. Plants quietly perform photosynthesis. Oceans absorb the warmth above them. Birds ride thermal currents in still air. None of them know the source is gone. The sun overhead is now a ghost, a delayed echo of something already missing. 3 minutes in, the wave reaches Mercury. The sunlight there simply ends. A small world drops into darkness. Its orbit straightens at the same instant. Without the sun's pull, Mercury flies off in a line, a planet released mid-stride. Its surface, once roasted to lead-melting heat, slowly begins to cool. Heat leaks into the void. 6 minutes in, the wave reaches Venus. Its thick clouds still glow softly. Then the upper light fails completely. Venus, too, slips its leash. It coasts away on a new straight path. Its dense atmosphere still seethes with trapped heat. The countdown is now closing in on Earth. 8 minutes, 20 seconds is the number. That is when the news finally arrives. The exact instant our sky will change. In the final seconds before that, everything looks ordinary. A child watches a kite climb. A pilot adjusts altitude calmly. A farmer scans the bright noon sky. Nothing in our instruments shows alarm. The sun above is still shining. But it shines from a memory, a star that no longer exists in real time. Then, at the 8-minute mark, 2 things happen at once. Sunlight ends, gravity ends. They arrive together in the same instant. The sky does not slowly dim. It changes in a single heartbeat. One frame bright, the next frame black. Across the day side of Earth, day simply ceases. Not sunset, not twilight, not storm. Just a sudden, absolute night. A darkness no human has ever witnessed at noon. The moon, glowing in the daytime sky, goes dark too. It only ever borrowed sunlight. Now it is a faint, cold disk, a ghost beside an empty patch of sky. For a stunned moment, no one understands. Eyes adjust to the new darkness. Stars appear that no one alive has seen at noon. Familiar constellations bloom overhead. The Milky Way streams across the daytime sky, a river of light above startled cities. A view normally hidden by glare, suddenly handed to every person looking up. At that same instant, gravity releases the Earth. We do not feel any jolt. There is no inner pull or shove. Our curved orbit simply straightens out. We begin moving in a perfect straight line, like a stone let go from a sling. Earth speed is about 30 kilometers per second. That speed does not change. Only its direction becomes a straight arrow. We are not flung anywhere violently. We simply stop turning around something. For a while, you would not notice. The same is true for every other planet. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, all the way out. Each is released when the wave arrives. The solar system as a system is over. The planets become lonely travelers, each on its own quiet trajectory. Now think about what stops on Earth. Photosynthesis halts in the dark. Plants stop building new sugars from light, but Earth itself is still warm. The oceans are still warm. The atmosphere is still thick and breathable. You would not freeze in 1 minute. You would not even feel the chill yet. The planet is a slow battery of heat, days of warmth stored in rock and water. Streetlights flicker on across cities, headlights cut through the new darkness. Confused crowds step outside and stare upward. Phones light up everywhere at once. Networks strain under the questions. No app, no alert prepared anyone for this. In observatories, alarms are already screaming. Solar telescopes show only emptiness. A clean black circle where a star had been. Astronomers stare at impossible data. Their instruments are working perfectly. The sun simply is no longer there. Now the strangest part is still ahead. Because the sun's gravity is gone, the moon changes too. Its orbit also quietly straightens out. The moon circled Earth, but also circled the sun. Now it just travels beside us. Two companions on a straight road. Tides keep going for the moment. They depend mostly on the moon. The sun only nudges them slightly, so the seas barely notice this single minute. But sunlight on the day side is now a memory. The temperature begins its slow descent. Minute by minute, degree by degree. Within hours, the warmest places would notice. Deserts would lose their punishing heat fast. Air over oceans cools more slowly. In the upper atmosphere, the change is sharper. Ions lit by the sun begin to fade. The auroras dim in their high silence. The ionosphere itself starts to collapse. Satellites suddenly see a darkened Earth. Solar panels in orbit go inert. Spacecraft tuned to the sun lose their lock. Their guidance stars are still there. The night side of Earth notices very little. For them, it is already nighttime. The stars simply look unusually clear. The moon, oddly, has dimmed almost to nothing. But across the day side, the shock is universal. Every face on that hemisphere turns upward. A whole half of humanity together. A single moment shared by billions at once. If you could see one of these worlds drift free, which would it be? Picture it now. A sunless Mars, still rust red but darkening. A Saturn whose rings sail through endless night. Tell me your favorite in the comments. Then come back, because we are only 1 minute in. By second 60, the wave has barely passed Earth. It has not yet reached Jupiter. Jupiter is still in full sunlight. Its storms still rage in golden light. For Jupiter, the sun will vanish in about 40 more minutes. Its moons still cast bright shadows. Saturn is further, more than an hour out. Uranus and Neptune lie hours beyond that. The countdown for them has barely begun. Each world sits inside its own bubble of doomed light. At Pluto, the news would take over 5 hours. A dwarf world still bathed in faint sunlight, while inner planets are already drifting in night. The same star, lost in different moments. This is the eerie truth of the cosmos. The sun's vanishing is not a single event. It is a wave, sweeping outward at light speed, carrying the loss of gravity with it. Each world is released in its own moment. The solar system unravels like a slow ripple. But the title gave us just 1 minute, so return to Earth 60 seconds after the change. The sky is black and full of stars. People are stepping into the streets. Some are praying, some are filming. Most are simply silent, looking up. The familiar sun is gone from the sky. In its place, only deep blackness. And a sudden, intimate view of the galaxy. Children point at constellations never seen by day. Pilots circle above darkened airports. Cars stop in the middle of bright cities. Power grids are mostly fine in this single minute. Most damage would come later. Crops, climate, oceans, all on longer clocks. But the psychological shock is instant. Every human looks up at the same stranger sky, a shared planetary moment of awe. In this hypothetical, the sun returns after that minute, but its absence is still traveling outward. It must be canceled, planet by planet. Light from the returning sun chases the darkness. Gravity returns at exactly the same speed. The system stitches itself back together. For Earth, the gap was only 60 seconds. Our orbit barely deviated at all. We slide back into our familiar curve. Sunlight crashes across the day side again. Shadows snap into place beneath every object. Birds lift in startled clouds from rooftops. But the memory does not fade. Every human on the day side saw the impossible. A daytime sky full of stars and silence. A minute they will tell their grandchildren about. Now zoom out from this scenario. Notice what it really teaches us. The sun is not just a light in the sky. It is the anchor of our entire world. It defines our path through space. It sets the rhythm of every living thing. Without it, Earth becomes a lonely rock. Still warm for a while, still alive briefly, but adrift in a wider, colder dark. A planet without its star, becoming a wanderer. This is why studying the sun matters. Solar physics is not abstract science. It is the study of what holds us in place, the closest star we will ever know intimately. Real solar storms can disrupt satellites. They can shake power grids on Earth. They remind us how connected we still are. A flare on the sun can reach our wires. Yet the sun is also astonishingly stable. It has shown for over 4 billion years. It will continue for billions more by current understanding. We live in a long, calm noon. The thought experiment is just that, a thought. Stars do not simply blink out of existence. Physics does not allow that quiet exit. Real ends are violent, slow, and far away. But the exercise reveals something deep. Light and gravity carry information together. The universe communicates at one strict speed. Even the sun's reach has a delay. You never see the sun as it is now. You see it as it was 8 minutes ago. Every sunset is already history. Every dawn is news from the past. The sky is a slow, glowing letter, always arriving, always a little late. Stand outside on a clear night sometime. Look up at the scattered stars. Many of them are messages from long ago. Some may have already died. Their light is still traveling toward you. The cosmos is full of these gentle echoes. We live inside a quiet, patient delay. The universe runs on signals, not magic. The sun is our closest, loudest signal, the one we trust without ever thinking about it. So if it vanished for just 1 minute, the silence would be brief, but profound. A reminder of how thin our daylight is, how precious the ordinary truly becomes. 1 minute without the sun is not the end, but it is enough to wake us. Enough to make us see what we never noticed, the quiet engine behind every familiar hour. A single bright star, 8 light minutes away, quietly running the entire show. Every leaf, every breath, every tide, all conducted by one steady ancient glow. If this journey gave you a new feeling for the sun, leave one word below. Just one. The word you felt while watching. I read them all, and I love seeing them. Subscribe and turn on the bell for more journeys into the cosmos. There is so much more sky, so much more silence to listen to together, so many more impossible minutes to explore. The next time sunlight falls across your face, remember this. It traveled 8 minutes to reach you. A small daily miracle arriving exactly on time. A star whispering, I'm still here.